I just want to share, Doug, that was so beautiful this weekend. Saturday night we went out, and the whole theme wanted to put this purposeful practice as part of our lives. And I think you do know that from us is that if we invite you to do a specific practice, we are committed to actually live it ourselves as well. So on Saturday night we went out to a little cafe in Calgary, and if you haven't been to Kawa Cafe, it's a beautiful place, and every Saturday night they have a jamming session. So here we are sitting at this table, and there's this cute little boy, 5-year-old little boy, that comes and sits right beside me. He's with his dad, and so we connect, say hello and everything, and soon enough I see dad getting up, and he goes up on stage and sing. So I was really pleased to see this, and I started to connect with the little child, and he's telling me he's an actor. And I said, wow, cool. So I continued the conversation, and what do you like to do? Soon enough, I know he loves to dance and he loves to sing. So I said to him, why don't you go and dance and sing there? He said, oh, no, I can't. So a few times I asked him, and finally he said, well, my dad said I should stay here. So I said, okay. But look, your dad is having fun, and look, he can sing well, and why don't you go and dance with him or sing with him? So the little boy was really clear that the reason he was not going there is he had been told, you sit there. Now something happened very interesting in my heart at that moment is I realized I was dying to go up there and sing. And I actually wanted to go even before the father of this little child came and went on stage, but I wasn't too sure of the protocol and what was proper and not at that evening. So I sat there and I stayed at my table, and all of a sudden I realized there is somebody also telling me to stay here at the table, but it was my ego. And my ego is simply in the form of fear, because again I was not sure of the protocol, I was not sure if it was appropriate to go. And I was scared because that's not something I would do or naturally. And so I pushed myself because of the practice. I said, well, if I'm speaking it, I should at least also live it. And what happened was magical, because I stepped out of my comfort zone, picked up the microphone and started to sing. And then soon enough, the next stage was Doug picked up the guitar and we started to jam with everybody. It was beautiful, and the energy, and it was just fun. Very healing for my soul, and so comforting, because it was almost like I was saying, yes, God, you gave me that gift, and here I am offering back to you. I'm singing my way back to you, and that was really profound. And so coming back to the practice, exactly what the practice is this week. One of the components here, we had 3 of them. The first one is to connect with and be comfortable with your voice. So again, we talked about that. It's really about knowing what you're joyful at doing and have ease with it. But if you don't know, that's a place to start what you love to do. But if you really don't know and you have many things you love to do, here's another block I hear often is like, yeah, right, but I don't know how playing soccer will make me money. Well, that's not of your problem. It should not be of your business. It's way bigger than you. If you honor your gift at what you're absolutely excellent at, don't question it, and just find a way to do it. And even if it's first for just pleasure, a little entertainment or hobby, the rest, it's none of your business. It's really letting things happen.
Well, someone made a statement one time, you and I were talking to them, they said if it's God's will, then he pays the bill.
Yeah, that was a great
statement. And it is. It ties back to our belief in ourselves. It ties back into our belief in the fact that God gave us a gift for a reason, and that as we begin to use it. Another example of someone that we've talked to is being a writer. Some people say, well, if I'm going to write, I love to write, but who's going to buy my books, or who's and there's so many limiting things that come our way, and we get stuck in the rat race of life doing the 9-to-5 job many times because we don't surrender to our gift. So yeah, when God gives us something and it's God's will, trust God will pay the bill.
That's right.
Many times you have made a request and you've simply just it's come out of your mouth that you're looking for something or an answer to something, and it comes through an email, it comes through a phone call, it comes through some other way, but if we're not aware or looking for the answer, it doesn't come. But I do like the fact that you said, take time, meditate, spend time in quietness, because what we do is we do shut down the noises. Then when we come back into the world, to the email, to the phone calls, you're training your spirit to listen for what it is, what you've asked. And part of purpose is asking the question and listening for the answer. That's what part of purpose is. So,
And this is a whole beautiful concept where we can really remember all of the practices we've shared already this year. We're at practice 9. So for those of you who are listening to this for the first time, joining us and going to be joining the practices from now on, don't hesitate to go on our blog, and that's where all the practices are. So again, it's available through our main website, www.purposefullove.com, and all of the practices are there. So you can just check it out. And they are practices. It's not just a 1 week, after this week we don't sing anymore because that's done. No, the practices are just simple ways to add layers to your regular practices already. You are already loving. You are love. So the only thing that we invite you is just to spice it up.
absolutely.
Step number 2.
Sing with your voice freely and loudly.
Yay!
As I mentioned, when I'm in the shower, I feel comfortable. So take that feeling into your purpose and have that sense of liberation and freedom around your gift. If you hold back on your gift, then you also hold back on the opportunity. So it's being free and being able to sing loudly with your gift. That's number 2.
Yes, yeah. Okay. Number 3 is, once you do that and you're putting it out there, opportunities will come up. It's just the law of natural attraction. So you'll get opportunities coming your way, and just say yes, 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 I'm ready. I'm ready to offer it. I'm ready to play bigger.
Yeah.
And it's really, when you say that yes, it's such an honor to God. It is such an honor to God, because that's what He planted in you to serve this world. And the more you can honor it, the more you can offer it back to other people, because it's really not about you. The beautiful singers such as Pavarotti or Celine Dion, or those amazing voices out there, it's not about them. It's a gift that they have that can inspire people, that can it's just a natural gift to awaken people, to inspire them, to make them joyful, to share a light. So it's not about how they sing and how they look and all that, but it's their gift. So your gift is not for you to be the best, the best on the planet about it. It's for you to do your best so that you can inspire others around you.
Very important difference. The difference between being the best and doing your best. It's so important. We live in a very competitive world. We live in a very comparing world. And Shakespeare said that comparing to yourself to one another is, he called it odorous, which means it's very stinky, it's smelly, and it also limits us from doing what we were meant to do. So comparing is not a good approach. But what is important is being your best, learning from others who do well, and as you mentioned, singing. If you're a Pavarotti or a Celine Dion or whatever your gift is and you're good at it, let it go. Don't worry about those who maybe think you're proud or cocky, but let the gift go. But I want to say something else that's really important for our listeners. Stephanie and I talked about this before. All of our practices come from one theme, and that is love. That's the essence of everything we teach and what we do. So when people are listening to us and want to know what we're about, what we do, well, our theme says it all. It's purposeful love. It's putting love into purpose. It's love in every part of our lives, putting love into action. So the core of everything we teach, even this one, Sing with Your Voice, you're doing it because you love yourself. You're doing it because you love the gift that God has given you, and you love others. Those 3 things come through the gift when it's given freely. So it really is, again, back to the central theme, love.
Yes. So it's just a different form to offer love, to love people around you, to love our world, our planet. So, yeah. So how are we doing with time?
We are doing good for time. We have about 1 minute.
I have to ask him because we don't have a little countdown clock tonight. So yeah, so what a delightful, absolutely delightful topic, and have fun with it. It is, if it's about love, well, I mean, everything is fun around that topic. So we invite you to experience, explore, and this week just really pay attention to how you're offering your gift.